Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gail Costello, and I am running for City Council in Ward 7. That's the Southwood Park and Lincoln area of Fredericton. Some of you may recognize me. I've been out walking the ward, as I call it, for several weeks now, and for about the past week, my team has been distributing our door hangers with my vision for the city and information about me and information about voting to as many neighborhoods as possible. I think we've hit pretty much every house or apartment in the ward, and I really have enjoyed a lot of the talks that I've had with people as I've met along the way. I made the decision back when I decided to run to not knock on doors due to COVID. My mom and dad were both diagnosed with terminal cancer the same weekend about 2 years ago. So I've been doing a lot of caregiving. My dad passed away at the start of COVID, and so I've been pretty much a full-time caregiver for my mom ever since then. So we're super COVID vulnerable at this house, and I know I'm uncomfortable when people come to the door, so I'm sure other people are as well. So that's why I haven't been going door to door and knocking, and we've just been doing mail outs through Canada Post, and also recently clicking the little door hangers on your door. And if I see you out in your yard, then I take the time to come over and stay a safe distance away and talk to you a little bit about me and find out some things that you might be concerned with. So I hope some of you recognize me and certainly reach out and talk to me about any concerns or issues that you might have. And I really hope that you're going to go out to vote. It's really important that you vote this year. We have a really exciting election. It's the first time in a long, long time that we have at least 2 candidates running in every single ward. It's quite historical, actually. You've probably seen more signs around now than you ever have in the past. So I hope you do take the time and go out and vote. So one of the reasons that I decided to make this video today was that after being out most of the day yesterday and distributing my door hangers, these are the ones like this that we've been hanging on your doors. It's got information about where to vote. And on the back, it has information about, after speaking with folks in our ward and some thoughts that I have, I put together this vision for how I see the city moving forward. But I just returned home, and it was very shortly afterwards. I was checking my emails, and I received an email from a gentleman in our ward, and it really made me stop and think. Very first thing that I read was that he looked at my vision and he went through it step by step and told me which ones he thought were good and which ones he thought were not so good or maybe needed some adjustment. But the main point of his email was that he said, just like everybody else, my vision for the city had basically nothing for disabled folks like him. And that really took me back. And I realized, yeah, he's absolutely right. And I dropped the ball here. And so I read through everything that he wrote. He went through line by line, and he talked about trying to reach out to people the past few years, trying to reach out to the counselor and just getting nowhere. And I immediately started an email and started to contact him back. At the very end, he said, of his first email, he made the comment that it's nice to see that you're just like everybody else and doesn't really care about the disabled community and people like me. So I responded back to him immediately and started off by saying, thank you for sending me the email. And I genuinely mean that. And I said to him that he is exactly right and that I did drop the ball here, and there really wasn't very much in my vision regarding the disabled community. And he made a point of saying that whenever anything was done in the community, the disabled community should be consulted. And I said to him 100%, and I agree with that 100%. And I told him that anybody who knows me knows that all the work that I've done with many different marginalized groups, that is something that I have harped on and harped on and harped on, that nobody should be making decisions for anybody in a marginalized community without consulting with them, without having lived experience. No one should make decisions for others. And that speaks to my slogan that I've been using for years, of nothing about us without us. So I did respond to him and tell him and assure him that if I were to be elected, that I would never engage in creating any type of policy for any vulnerable community without direct consultation. I told him that we need the voice of people like him with direct lived experience. And I told him that I have, firsthand experience in working with First Nations folks, LGBTQ youth, homeless community, mental health issues, people of color, seniors, in healthcare, that sort of thing. But I said to him that I have very little experience with the disabled community, and that's why I dropped the ball here. That it's my lack of experience and knowledge regarding this community and their issues. And I asked him to not give up on me. As an educator, I'm a teacher, that I'm a lifelong learner, and I enjoy learning, and I'm very open to learning, and it's important for me to know what I don't know. And so I did say to him, I need to learn from people like you. And I apologized, and I apologize to anybody else who is receiving these door hangers and feels left out. And I would appreciate hearing from you. And I told him that that I would always be a voice for marginalized folks, and that I would always, I've spent most of my life advocating for others, and that if given the opportunity, I would take his voice to City Hall. And I was very pleased that he responded back to me immediately. And he said to me that it was okay, that everybody needs to start somewhere, and that as long as I'm willing to learn, I should be okay as a city councillor. And that he volunteered that he would be a consultant for me for the disabled community if I were elected. So that was some good news. I didn't lose him in my dropping the ball of my vision. And I hope I haven't lost other people as well, because I am a lifelong learner, and I am an advocate for anybody's issues. And you can trust me that I'll try my best on your behalf. And if there's ever something that I can't do for you, I will certainly get back to you and let you know why I can or can't work something out for you. So trust in me. I'm there for you, and I'd like to be your voice at City Hall. But above all, go and vote. Vote on Monday at the advanced polling, or go vote on May 10th at the Grand Harvey Center. Thank you.